Hello. So welcome to the Antagonists Anonymous webcast for August 27th. Our topic today is cliffhangers because that was the topic poll winner for last week, and then last weekend I ended up not doing a webcast because even though I planned on it and I took my laptop with me when I went to New Hampshire with my children, they decided that they wanted breakfast instead of letting me sit around and do this. So sorry, but at least it's happening now. You will notice I'm not wearing my usual headphones today, and that's because it's just me. I do not have any guests today, and from what I can tell, I don't think we'll have many viewers today. I think a lot of people are outside and doing fun things. Which is totally fine. Like, you guys do whatever. That's why we record this so you can watch it later. But just a warning, I know you guys like variety and you like when I have guests, which I prefer as well, because when I'm alone, I tend to babble about nothing and completely lose my train of thought and don't say anything intelligent. So that may happen today. I also might sound a little funny because I'm sick. So this is just going to be a big old ball of awesome today. Yay! Um, so we are discussing cliffhangers today, and it was just a broad term. I didn't necessarily put the distinction between chapter cliffhangers or scene cliffhangers or novel ending cliffhangers. I think that most people are probably looking for the end of a book, ending a book on a real cliffhanger note so that there is that desire from the reader to get the next one or find out what happens, which is kind of hard to do. I'm not gonna lie. It can be really difficult to write a proper cliffhanger. So for those of you who don't know, a cliffhanger is something in writing that leaves the reader wanting more, for lack of a better term. For example, here's an awesome cliffhanger. You guys ready? Okay, so pretend I'm a dude. Okay. What did you want to talk about? I'm an awesome dude. Okay. And then lady's like, there's something I need to tell you. It's really important. Okay, so you could potentially leave it there. That's a mild cliffhanger. Okay. And then he'd be like, what? And then she'd be like, I'm pregnant. Okay, so that would be a better cliffhanger because it's like, she's pregnant. Oh my god. She's pregnant. With the enemy's baby? Scandal. What's he gonna say? What's he gonna do? Are they gonna keep it? Oh my god. I need to know. Now, probably the people, you lovely people who are watching right now, did not react that way for a couple reasons. Number one, that was not exactly an Oscar-winning performance. I mean, it was close, but it was like on Leo's level and not like actually quite there. That was mean. Anyway, moving on. So there's that, but also you probably don't really care. You don't know who these people are. They don't even have names, for all you know, it's Billy Bob and Clementine. You don't know, you don't care, and why would you care? You have no reason to care who those people are, and you're probably not going to want to hear more about them. It's your loss. It's a great story. But that's a really, really big part of writing a cliffhanger is you need to have some sort of emotional investment there. You need to make sure that your readers are connecting with your characters because otherwise they're not going to care when there's a cliffhanger. They're just going to be like, oh, okay, and then stop reading. And that's obviously not the desired effect. So, Yeah, I lost my train of thought. I know we have some Twitter questions, so I'm going to go fetch them while I try to remember what I was talking about. Also, my stream is telling me that I have no viewers, but I know of at least one person who's watching. So not sure why it's saying that. But if you are watching, you can use the Q&A button and either ask a question or just type in, "I'm here," so that I can see you. I got this while I was in New Hampshire, by the way. I survived a day at Storyland with my children. That's about how well it went. Okay, let's see. Questions. Okay, here's one. If you're self-publishing and you're ending a book with a huge cliffhanger, should you have your next book written and ready? No. I would say no, just because, I mean, if you wait that long to publish your first book, like until your second one is really ready to go, then you're probably going to be a little overexcited and release the second one before you should. That's a really tough question. It really is, because it depends on a lot of factors, like how long is it going to take you to write the second book? Want to be like a certain author we all know who is not releasing his second book because he's a jerk, even though everybody wants it, you know? I don't think there's a real requirement as far as time goes. Like, you don't have to release a book by a certain date just because you end it in a cliffhanger. I mean, I do think it's a good idea to release them regularly, keep people interested, keep your reader base happy. But I would say when you release the first one, you should already be working on the second one, but not necessarily finished. I mean, if I was going to read a book and I was like, wow, I really want the next one, but this one just came out, I would expect to see the next one in about a year. If it was self-published, maybe a little sooner. So don't stress yourself out about that. In your opinion, what is one key element a cliffhanger should have? One key element. Um, hmm. Well, if we're talking about a book ending cliffhanger, um, I would say the key element is go big or go home, because I mean, it's the end of a book. It should be something like hugely dramatic and like mind blowing and really. We've all had that one book. I'm sure we have. If you're watching this stream, I am positive you have had this moment. You're laying in bed reading. It's, I don't know, midnight or later, and you've been reading for the past several hours because this book is literally too good to put down. You finish the book, go to reach for the next one, and realize you don't own it yet. Now, depending on where you live, you would have either gotten your shoes on and gone to the bookstore, or if you live in a place more like mine, you got angry that you couldn't do that and went to bed, and the next morning got up and drove to the bookstore. So those kind of endings, the ones that are like, I need to know now. That's what you're shooting for. Now, obviously, the chapter cliffhangers are smaller, but they still need to drive your story forward. Like Let's use it in the literal sense. Let's say at the end of a chapter, somebody's hanging off a cliff and then they fall or something. And it's not really clear if they survived or died or anything. So, dun dun dun. That's your cliffhanger. Beautiful. Just make sure when you do a cliffhanger in the book, it's resolved fairly soon. You don't want to leave your writers just like, I don't know what happened. I kind of forgot about that person. If you're a Supernatural fan, think of it as you don't want to leave your cliffhangers like Adam. Okay? Don't let your cliffhanger be Adam. That's that is my best advice for chapter and scene cliffhangers. You need to resolve them pretty quickly, if not immediate, within the next chapter or two. Um, I have nothing else to say. I really don't. Um, it's been like 15 minutes and I'm already all talked out because I have nobody else talking. Dum-dum. And it's still showing 0 viewers. And I have not gotten any Q&A questions. Uh-oh. And my computer fan is going crazy. Sorry, guys. For any of you that are watching this in the future. Sorry that I'm so bad at this. Looking to see if I have more questions. Not seeing anymore. So, yeah, basically, I mean, the best way to learn how to write cliffhangers is to read some. Some of you are familiar with Ayla, who is a normal guest slash contributor with Antagonists Anonymous. She was on with us, well, not last week, but the last time we streamed 2 weeks ago. She recently released a book called Sex, Love, and Technicalities. I did a review of it on my book review site. And she's been advertising it pretty well, so you may have heard of it. But the end of that book is a cliffhanger, and it made me angry because I wanted to know what happened. But but yeah, I mean, there are so many examples out there of good cliffhanger books. So pick one up, read it, and then try your own. Try not to make them too predictable. That's what beta readers are for. Ask them, hey, how does this sound? Or is this logical? Or things like that. I'm just babbling at this point because I don't know what else to say about the subject, and I'm not getting any response from you guys. So I have no idea what else to say about cliffhangers. Well, I guess that's kind of it. I feel really bad because it hasn't even been 20 minutes since I've been streaming. But I literally can't think of anything else to say about cliffhangers. I only have those 2 questions to answer. So, I guess I'm going to have to post a new poll. Make sure I have a guest for next week so that we can talk to each other. And maybe get some more questions going. So, yeah, I guess that's it. I feel bad, but sorry, guys. I feel sick too, so I kind of don't want to just sit here and be like, la 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 la. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this. Sorry again that it was such shitty quality this week. I will do better next week. If you have any suggestions for what our next live stream topic could be, feel free to either send me a direct message on Twitter if we follow each other, or just tag me. I'm assuming if you're watching this, you already follow me on Twitter since that's the only place I advertise it. But yeah, that's it. I will be posting the poll probably a little bit later today. So thanks, guys, and have a good weekend. Bye!